I'm here live in my home in the San Francisco East Bay. It's about 10:45 p.m. on a Friday night. I know you guys are Saturday afternoon, and I'm so honored to have been invited to share a few moments with you at the end of what sounds like has been an amazing convention for your region. And so for those of you that might be seeing me for the first time, I am born and raised in the Bay Area. My story is that at a very early age, I realized that I was psychologically unemployable. I was 19 when I realized that. And so I started my first business where I was a massage therapist, eventually became a clinical esthetician, and had a day spa for 10 years. And what I loved about that business was helping people feel great about themselves. It turned out to be a great business and eventually turned into 6 days a week, 8 to 10 clients a day. And I was living the dream of being an entrepreneur. However, I went through a really challenging time in life. I went through a divorce at that time. And when I looked up and was looking at my life, I realized that I had been successful in my career. However, my quality of life was very low because of how much I was working. And so I had great income, but low quality of life. And I knew there was other things that were important to me that I wasn't able to do the way that I was currently in that place. And so that led me to changing careers and going to residential real estate with the idea that where I was getting paid client by client, service by service, now I'd be able to work with multiple people at a time, have still great income, however, hopefully improve my quality of life. And so that was an incredible journey when the market and the economy essentially collapsed from the mortgage crisis in 2007. And it was during that time that I got introduced to Nu Skin. Now, let me just say this. I was not looking for another business. I was not looking for a side gig or a side hustle. However, the person that was coming to me with the business was very persistent, and over the course of 2 months approached me 13 times. The first 12 times I said no, because I needed to keep 100% of my focus on my real estate career to navigate through those challenging times. And fortunately, he was really persistent. It was my former husband, and he just said on that 13th call, he said, "Listen, do you know that I care about you?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Do you know I want you to have everything that you deserve in your lifetime?" And I said, "Yes, I believe that to be true." And he said, "Is it possible that everything that you're looking for has just showed up in a package that you did not expect it to come in?" And I thought about it for a moment and I said, "Yes, it's possible. However, it's highly unlikely." And in my heart of hearts, what I knew that was important to me was that I wanted to do something. One day, my dream was to be able to do something that was going to make a difference around the world. The way that I was working in real estate and even with the day spa, I was able to help people in my local community, which was a very small reach. And I knew that if anything was possible, I wanted to do something that was going to make a global impact. I never knew what that was going to be or how I was going to be able to do that. I knew that I wanted to help people. I knew that I wanted to help empower people to live their best quality of life and to feel fulfilled, like I was making a difference. At the same time, I also knew if anything was possible, I had this dream that I wanted to be able to travel the world and meet people from different cultures and develop relationships with people that would become like family through the course of time. Now, I didn't know that all of this was available with Nu Skin. However, deep in my heart, that was my dream. And so, as you can imagine, the deeper that I got into Nu Skin, while initially I just saw it as a way to make a little bit of extra money to offset some challenging times that I was going through due to circumstances outside my control, it turned into much, much more. And I think that's a really important thing for any of you that are listening right now, is that if you're hearing this message, there is something that has drawn you here today. And that's going to be different for each person. However, trust that you were drawn here for a reason. I love the theme that you guys chose for your convention. Catch the wave, ride it, and smash it. And I think about this in the context of our business. And perhaps if you're a consumer and your experience so far with Nu Skin is that you've been using the products, I think about that like someone that's sitting on the sand in the beach, right? You're not in the water, you're not in the ocean, you haven't caught the wave, you're not in the waves. You are sitting as a bystander observing what's in front of you, maybe from the person that introduced you to these products. And so you're having this experience of Nu Skin and how our products can be life-changing. However, you're not in the wave yet. And so as you look at your life and you examine and you take an inventory of your life, and you may be saying, wow, I love the people here. I love the community. I love what these products are doing. And ultimately, how many people's lives are changing as a result of the business. And you have that desire to get in the water called Begin Your Business with Nu Skin. Who I'm talking to right now is somebody that may be starting their business all the way on to somebody that's seasoned, is that when you get in the water is when it starts. And getting in the water in Nu Skin looks like you start sharing with other people and focusing outward with the gifts that you've been given from this business and from this opportunity. And so if any of you have gone surfing actually and have had the experience of what that's like, when you get in the water and you've got the board and you begin paddling out to position yourself to actually catch a wave, it is not easy. You're going against waves that are coming in. And so the effort that it takes to launch your business, to get it off the ground, to talk to people, it's going to take effort. I think of it like launching a rocket. It takes the energy to get it off the ground and to get it going. And so you've got to have this determination and this grit and this reason that burns inside of you that's going to compel you to move forward and continue to move through that. However, as you continue on that journey in your business, you're going to get to a place where it then gets a little smoother and you position to catch a wave. The wave that's going on with Nu Skin right now is incredible. The growth that we're seeing and the opportunity that lies ahead of us. In my 13 years with the company, there has never been a better time. And it was an incredible time when I started my business, because when things go on in the world where there's challenges and circumstances that are larger than us and outside of our control, it creates this incredible vacuum where people's attention is different than it might otherwise be during different times where everyone's thriving and having success in their respective industries doing what they're doing. And so recognizing where you're at in this moment in time is so important, whether you're a new person, whether you're someone that's on your journey building to what your vision is and your dream, or whether you're someone that's a seasoned leader that has the skill set and has developed an organization around the world. There are moments of time in this business that present themselves that are not created equal to other moments in time. And we're in one of those moments right now. So what's the best way to capitalize and kind of put all of these things together? Well, there's three main things for anyone that's going to make an impact and really see success in this business. And you've got to have all of them. And there's no mysteries of the mind for sure. So number one is understanding what the language of the mind is. If I say the word banana, what comes to your mind? I'm imagining that you're seeing a yellow shaped banana. You didn't see the words B-A-N-A-N-A because our mind thinks in pictures. So the language of the mind is pictures. What are the images that you have in your mind that you're working to bring to life using the vehicle called Nu Skin? Maybe it's the next success trip that you're working to qualify for. Maybe it's changing the situation for your family, your quality of life. Maybe it's living a legacy today that you're going to pass on for generations as a result of the impact and the work that you do here. Regardless of what that is for you, that picture in your mind has got to be so clear and so bright that you can see it, even if you haven't yet created it in reality. The second thing is that the deepest and the longest distance for some people is from your mind down that 12 little inches to your heart. The second piece is having a feeling in your heart, being able to experience in your body what it's going to feel like as you're realizing and living what that image is that you can see in your mind. And as you start to put those two things together, this is where the magic happens. And the third piece, it doesn't happen without the third piece, and that is taking action. So when you marry the vision that you have in your mind that you can see for yourself with the feeling that you have in your heart around what's possible, and you hear story after story over the past few days, and you combine that with going out and taking action for wherever you're at this point in your journey with Nu Skin, this is where the magic happens. Make no mistake, it doesn't matter if you're a seasoned leader or you're a brand new person, there is a difference for you to make in this next wave of growth with Nu Skin. And so maybe that looks like coming outside of your comfort zone more than you have before. Maybe you've been outside of your comfort zone for years and you're already in that groove. Maybe you've built a great business. We heard from some incredible leaders that have built great businesses, and now you're willing to prioritize some things in your life, recognizing how many people that you can help during this time, as we not only catch the wave of Nu Skin and ride it during this special time, but absolutely smash it. And when you look back on this journey, I always say that things make sense when you can look back and you can connect the dots of the people that you met and the experiences that you've had. And ultimately, this business vehicle called Nu Skin that gives people like you and me, ordinary people, the chance to live extraordinary lives as we go out and make a difference with the products and help people change their own lives and become the best version of themselves within this business platform called Nu Skin. I know that I am and will be eternally grateful to my former husband that had the courage and the persistence and the determination for 13 invitations over the course of those 2 months, knowing that we'd been divorced for 3 years already at that point and we're no longer in each other's lives, to get me to understand what was available with this, knowing that if I could, he knew my heart and he knew that I had a passion for helping people and would touch people all around the world. If you're hearing this message today, I know that you have that in your heart as well. So let's all go out together and make the biggest difference that we can possibly make with this incredible company and with this incredible community called Nu Skin. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you today. Let's catch the wave, ride it, and smash it.